everybody. Today I'll be demonstrating our game Merge Point, inspired by 2048, but has its own unique take on it. We are using cursors in this game, so we need to make sure that the terminal is large enough for our game elements to appear. To get past the screen, you simply need to extend your terminal to the maximum size. A larger one is better, and then press enter. You'll be then greeted by the home screen. This is the home screen that you'll encounter a lot, whether it be after you finish the game or at the start of the game. So you can use your arrow keys to choose which option you want to select, and the selected option is highlighted. If you want to choose the option, simply press enter. You'll then be greeted by a loading bar, which will take you to the game mode. So first off, I'll be showing off the story mode for our game. And then we're met with the level selection screen. We will pick level 1 for now. And we are met with the cutscene to demonstrate the story for the game. So it introduces the character for the game as well as what they're going into. And then now we're met with the game. So the objective of the game is to get the smiley face met here. And you can look at all these tiles before the smiley face and merge tiles of the same type together to get the next one on the ladder. So the goal is similar to 2048. Instead of numbers, we use emojis, going from very depressed to happy. And we got the win condition, and we're met with another cutscene to conclude this level. And then we're met with the option to go back to main menu or continue to the next level. So if you press continue, you can head on to level 2 and later level 3. So that's all for story mode, and we'll go back to main menu. So now let me introduce the main gameplay loop. So game map uses element.py, which is essentially telling the properties of each tile, whether they can merge and what happens when they do merge. And game map essentially uses that information and manipulates the board by adding the tiles after remove, by checking the empty lists generated by available coordinates. And our gameplay loop simplifies the row and column directions by swapping the rows and columns so that up and down for columns is technically the same as left and right operations for rows. The show function basically tells us how each tile works in the game map. And in this function, in game map story especially, we add a dictionary to replace the numbers to be a set of emojis, and then so the operations will happen on the key itself, but what's displayed is the value of the key itself in the game map. And then down below we have the different conditions, so whether the game is over because of the tiles are all filled or because there's no more merges, or in some game modes if you merge a bomb onto a bomb. And the game itself is ran in play.py, which is separate for all the different game modes. And it basically is the UI for the game, and it shows how the game map looks to the user, and it projects stuff like game over to the user from game map itself. It also handles the user input based on game map.
So I will introduce you the unlimited mode for you now. So it works like the normal 2048. When the tiles combine, the numbers will become bigger, unlike the emojis in the story mode. The entire score would be the score when the numbers combine and what they get. The bomb system is when the bombs randomly can get acquired when there initially is all 3 bombs. It can create a random row or a random column which cannot be controlled by the user. Finally, I will introduce our original game mode, Minefield. As you can see, there will be 2 kind of special blocks called bombs and hammers. When hammers touches the bombs, the hammer would remove the bomb and the hammer would disappear. The game ends when 2 bombs merge each other. Well, this is the end of our game. We hope you will enjoy playing this game. Thank you.